What is up, guys? Chris here, the Unprofessional Dad, and I'm back with another EDC gear video. And no doubt you are noticing that this is not my normal, usual surroundings. I'm actually outside because I got a really special video that I wanted to do for you all. About a month ago, a good friend that I've made and talked to over at Maxpedition asked me if I was interested in checking out one of their backpacks. Now, Maxpedition has sent me some other gear. They sent me the Platy pocket organizer. I've got it in here. They sent me the Beefy organizer. They sent me, well, actually, I bought the wallets myself because I like them so much. But they've sent me some other gear, and I've checked them out, and I've used them, and you all have seen some of that gear in my EDC carry videos and stuff like that. I love their wallets. Love the Platy organizer, how flat it stays even when you completely load it down. But he wanted to send me a backpack. He wanted me to check it out and tell you guys about it and what I thought. He's even checked in a couple times. He's emailed me, hey, what's going on? Sent it to you a while ago. How's the progress? And I've been very upfront with him. And I told him, I said, I don't want to just say, hey, this is a great backpack because it's Maxpedition. I wanted to actually carry it. I wanted to use it. I wanted to, because you guys know, I've told you all this story before. For years, I did not sleep under a roof a single time for years straight because I was so in love with the outdoors camping. Plus, I was going through a divorce at the time, leaving my career. And I wanted a different life. And I really enjoyed, that was my hobby, camping, hiking, hunting, fishing, stuff like that. So that's what I did for years. And I carried a lot of backpacks. I carried a lot of duffel bags and pouches and stuff like that. And I know how uncomfortable some of them can be. I know how you load some of them down and they don't fit right. They don't feel right on your shoulders, how they wear out quick. The zippers are tearing and breaking constantly. So what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to use this for a while. And I told him that. I said, I want to carry it for a little bit so that when I talk to them and tell them about this, I can speak from experience. So what I did was when we went to Abel's football games, I would load it down with stuff that I didn't need. Like I would just find stuff in the house that would, just like right now, there's stuff in, can't even remember what I put in here. I was just loading it down with stuff to make it heavier so that I could carry it, because we'll get some footage here at the end of me actually carrying it and explaining how good it feels or how bad it feels or how comfortable it is or uncomfortable it is on your shoulders, around your sternum, around your waist when you're carrying it. I wanted to be able to speak from experience. So this is the one that they sent me. This is the Falcon II. And Maxpedition has a lot of different types of bags, backpacks, duffel bags, stuff like that. But this is the Falcon II. Now, I think they also have the Falcon III by now, but the Falcon II is really cool. It's an accordion-style backpack. Now, what an accordion-style backpack is that is a backpack. Basically, it goes flat, kind of like the Platy pocket organizer. When the Platy pocket organizer, you fill it up and load it up, it still stays flat, but when you take everything out of it, it literally shrinks down. It's flat. And that's what this is. It's an accordion-style backpack. When you load it up, it will inflate and bulk up. But when you take everything out, it will shrink back down and sink in like an accordion. It goes back to its original form. It doesn't take up much room when it's unloaded. When it's empty, doesn't take up much room at all. I think it weighs like 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds or something like that, unloaded, empty. But there's a lot of really good features on this backpack, like any Maxpedition. And somebody actually talked to me. I told them I was going to do this video. I was telling them how much I love Maxpedition. And I used Maxpedition in the past, but I also used other bags and stuff. And my friend, he was like, yeah, I like them too, but they are expensive. And I said, yeah. But think about it. We came from a background in sales. I said, how many times have we explained to somebody just because something costs a little bit more than a competitor doesn't mean it actually costs more. You're actually paying more for the competitor. And how that works is this. If you get a cheaper backpack and it wears out quicker, the zippers break, you got to buy another one. How many of them are you going to buy in the lifetime of a backpack like this? And the reason that this is going to last so long is because of the materials that they use. They use 1050D denier, ballistic nylon. That's a scratch and abrasive resistant nylon, moisture resistant, stuff like that. And then they actually coat it with a Teflon coating that will also lead to better resistance to abrasions and scratches and scuffings, moisture so it doesn't get moldy or mildew. If you get it wet, you drop it in the mud. You're going camping and hunting, hiking. You set it down somewhere, you pick it up and the bottom of it is soaked or dirty. It's going to help you to be able to brush that off and keep it clean longer. It doesn't really matter about it staying clean. It matters about it staying in good condition and not corroding or molding and mildewing, which will eat through the fabric. It uses really good straps. Now, all of the straps are 1-inch straps. It's got straps all over it, and they're 1-inch straps. Now, this uses a tension style system to where you have straps on the side to where you can cinch it down really tight and keep it compressed as possible, so that it keeps everything secure instead of bouncing around. It uses 1-inch straps all over it. It has a 1.5-inch strap at the waist. The waist strap is an actual, it buckles, but that's also removable. Now that's 1.5 inch. The shoulder straps are 2.5 inch. Now the shoulder straps are padded, but they also have a mesh lining, which helps it to moisture wicking like sweat. It's breathable. It's air. It's like, well, just breathable. And you'll notice that when you're wearing it. But 2.5, that wider strap, you know, if you've got a narrow strap on a bag or a backpack, that will actually eat into your shoulders and it can cut in and be pretty painful after a while, especially if you're going to have any real length of time carrying it. That wider strap on that shoulder plus that thicker padding, that double padding, will actually make it more comfortable, especially for longer term use. Now, the great thing about these bags is you can use them for daily life and routine like I do. Taking the boys to the football game, or Elijah, when we go to archery, I'll load down the stuff that we're going to need and we'll go. I mean, we'll load down lunch and everything in these things and carry it. But they are great outdoor bags, hunting, hiking, camping. And when you're in those types of situations, you're going to be using the bag for a lot longer. So those wider straps are really going to make it more comfortable for longer periods of time. It has a really nice sternum buckle. Now the buckles are UTX Duraflex, and those are really high quality buckles. They're going to stand up again to weather, to nature, to longer term use. The longer you have this, the more you're buckling and unbuckling, the more you're using them. And those are going to hold up longer periods of time. They're just going to last longer. Also, one of the really bad things that I've noticed about some bags, especially with the buckles and things like that, you ever noticed you'll cinch it down, you'll get it really tight and snug, but then it'll start slowly creeping back out. The strap it'll get looser and looser, and you got to constantly cinch it down. My boys' school backpacks are terrible for that. Every day, well, not every day, probably once a week, they come to me, Dad, will you tighten my backpack? They'll wear it, and I'll start yanking them down. Tell me when it's tight, and they'll tell me when it's comfortable. Now, here's the thing, though. Sometimes you'll need to loosen those to put the bag on, especially like now where I'm wearing a larger backpack. It is easy to loosen the straps, but when you do cinch them down and tighten them, they are going to stay. So it kind of works both ways. It's not like a double-edged sword, so to speak, but it does work to where it is easier to loosen the straps when you need to, but when you do secure them and cinch them down and get it more secure and restrain the bag in place, it is going to stay where you want it, stay where you put it. It uses YKK zippers. A lot of bags these days use YKK zippers, but these go double way. You know, you can, it's got 2 zippers from each side for each pouch. So it, 2-way zippers, and they're YKK. YKK, we've talked about them before, how good they are. YKK is the gold standard of zippers. Now, it does use the PALS system, or molle, and it's got molle all over the bag. It's got it on the front. It's got it on the side. It's got 5 columns or rows of molle on each side. So you've got a ton of molle. I put stuff on here just to show you what it is. I've got knives on here, flashlights on here. It also has a really cool feature in the back, and I'm going to show you some of the pouches. Now, it's got pouches on the front, on the top, on the bottom. Inside the pouches, it also has mesh pouches in different pockets inside the pouches. So if you unzip this pouch Inside of this, you've got different pockets, you've got mesh and different things like that. It's got two larger internal pouches. If you're hunting and you want to break down your rifle, you can put it in here, or laptops if you're in school or working or whatever, you can put laptops, different things like that. It also is a clamshell. Now, if you notice, it, like I said, it does have all of these different straps on the side so you can cinch it down and keep everything snug and secure where it is. It also has the 1-inch strap on the top, so it's really secure and firm. So if you pick this up, these are really bad about wearing out. They, you know, the stitching will come undone and eventually they pop and break, so you can't carry it from the handle at the top. Even if this is completely loaded down and heavy, that is so double woven and stitched, it ain't going nowhere. That is extremely well made. So you got a good firm handle up there at the top. But inside, it's got a clamshell inner pocket. Now, what clamshell means, most of you all probably already know what clamshell means, but I'm going to explain to you what clamshell means for those of you who don't know what that means. Now, clamshell means this. It's got double pockets, or double zippers, I mean, so you can zip from both ways. Clamshell means that this will open up completely and it will fold out. Now, once it does fold out, what you will notice is on this side, it does have the mesh pocket, so you can put clothes, you can put gear, whatever you need to. Just whatever you're going to put in here, you've got a mesh pocket over there. On this side of the internal, you have another mesh pocket that actually zips. This is really good for cameras, phone equipment, cords, also paperwork, anything like that. Remember, this nylon ballistic material along with the Teflon coating is going to be water resistant, not waterproof, but water resistant. So things are going to stay dry and cozy inside and stay pretty secure and safe. But the clamshell pocket opens up completely all the way. That is super convenient, especially if you are loading down larger things. But remember, it also has this internal pocket here, which again also has the mesh pockets as well. You've got this pocket and you've got the mesh pockets. There are pockets upon pockets upon pockets in this thing. Now, one thing that I really like about this bag also is the fact that it has a padded camel bladder pouch right here. Now, that also has Velcro in there. Now, why does that have Velcro in there? Well, that's really easy. This will work as one of two things. You can easily use it as a camel, for camel bladders, for your water pouches. You see runners and stuff will have those, and I'll show you. It actually has a hole in the spot that goes through for your tubing. It also has grommets down here at the bottom for draining, for drain grommets right there. You can see those drain grommets. There's two. So if moisture does get in there from your bladders or anything that starts leaking, it actually has a spot to drain out. That's really convenient. And those are really well made. They're stitched in and sewn in really well. But this is a padded pocket with Velcro. The reason it has that is because you don't have to use this as a bladder. By the way, it will use a 100 ounce or 3-liter camel bladder. That's a pretty big bladder along with the spot for the tubing. Now, when you do use the tubing, it will come out the top there, like I showed you, through this little, let me move all this stuff out. You've got your little hole right there for the tubing that will come out. Then once it does, you've got on your shoulder straps right here, you've got the spots for the camel bladder on here so that you can actually hook it through and you can connect it to your shoulder strap to the left or the right, whatever where side you're comfortable with, so that you can just reach over and get you a drink really easy. All about convenience, all about making things efficient if you are on a long camping hiking trip. But back to the reason that that's padded and Velcro. If you are not using a camo bladder, another thing that this is really good for is concealed carry. It does have Velcro in there to hold a holster for a pistol. You can put that in there, and with it being against your body and that zipper, it is easy concealed, so you can reach in there and grab something if you need to. Or if you are going camping and hiking and you just want to have something on you, you don't intend to use it, but you always want it there. That's a good, snug, secure place where you can put it. With the Velcro, it will hold your magazines, stuff like that. They usually are Velcro. You can stick them to there. The pouches that the magazines that you can, not the magazines, they aren't Velcro, but the pouches that you can stick them in are usually Velcro. So you can stick them to the inside of your bag there. All in all, it's an absolute fantastic bag. Again, it does have a 1.5-inch waist belt that you can remove. It has the 2.5-inch shoulder straps that are double padded and extremely comfortable, and it does have the mesh lining. It also has the sternum strap. Now, you don't have to use the sternum strap, but it will, especially on those longer trips, it's going to make it more snug and secure, so it's going to feel better for longer trips. If you have ever taken a long hike with a backpack, you know how it will start wearing down your shoulders. It'll start sagging to your shoulders, and you're constantly readjusting. Well, when you've got that sternum strap that you can snugly connect and cinch it down, it will keep the straps secure where you want them. If you do need to readjust, it will give you the luxury of readjusting, but wherever you put the straps, they will stay. Now, you can remove the waist strap, but the waist strap also, with the buckles, also is really good about keeping the bag cinched to your body. It does have spots down here at the bottom. Remember, this is an accordion style bag, so it will shrink down or it'll puff out, if bulk out when you load it down. But it does have spots down here at the bottom, so you can connect sleeping bags, smaller tents, stuff like that. So you can connect everything together, strap it to your back, good comfortable straps, and you can take off on a long walk or hike or camping trip or hunting trip. There's a lot of great gear and bags out there. There are. And anybody that says they're not is being disingenuous. There's a lot of great ones, but Maxpedition is a gold standard product and a gold standard company. They're made to last. Are they more expensive? Yes, but you buy up to a standard, not down to a price. I believe in that because I come from a background in sales, and I sold so many people products that, you would sell them and you would know that this is going to wear out quick and you're going to have to buy it again. So you would want to sell them the better product, but I didn't want to pitch it because they think, oh, well, you make more money on that nicer product. But it was really like, no, that's not what it is. Really, if you spend a little bit more, you're going to get a longer lifetime out of it. You're going to get more use. You're not going to have to replace it as often. It's going to, even during that longer life, not only will it last longer, but it will work better and more efficient and convenient while you use it. So is this a sales pitch for Maxpedition? Kind of, but it is because I do like it. I love the product, and I do appreciate Maxpedition sending it to me. It's one of the things as being a content creator, and people have said this before, you do the content creating and, you're just being a shill for a product or a brand. These are the type of products that I didn't sell backpacks, but these types of brands, these really good quality brands, were the kind of things that I do have a background in and I enjoy and I appreciate. And they send them to content creators for a reason. They don't send it to me just so that I can use. They send it to me and to other people who are making content so that we can show you the bags and how good they work. That's not being a shill or anything. That's just telling you how good it is. I've got other bags, and I promise you, watch those videos. I talk good about them too. I like them, and not as much as Maxpedition. I mean, it's Maxpedition. But remember, they do have the beefy organizers that are absolutely fantastic. These things are super affordable, and they got a good strap so you can carry it around, the double zippers, the Velcro on the front for patches. By the way, this also has spots for the patches on the front as well. So it's got molle all over it. So it's great. The wallets, I love the wallets. I bought a couple of the wallets myself. They did not send these to me. I bought them because I like them and I like the material so much. Maxpedition is just great. Now I got to train, so I'm going to cut this short, but I am going to walk with this and I'm going to get some filming and show you how good it feels and how comfortable and secure it will be on the body. Now remember, I'm a bigger guy and I am wearing a coat. It's cold out here, so it is, if it fits me, it's going to fit anybody. But regardless, because that train, let's get on to the hike, or not hike, but the short walk. And I'll tell you guys how this thing works. What is up, guys? All right, so I filmed this on the way back home, and I realized that it had stopped recording all my audio. So what I did was decided to go in there, recharge the batteries, and come back out. So now I've got Nook with me. I'm going to walk him, give him some exercise, and I'm going to tell you about how this bag feels. Now I'm going to walk over here into this street light right here, and you can see the straps are around me. I've got the sternum strap on here. It's cinched down really tight. Now the thing about this bag is, for a guy like me, larger guy with this bag or this coat on, a lot of times that's going to be a hard sell. You know, it's going to be hard to get that on. I mean, you know, usually I won't even try with a lot of backpacks, but I do have to loosen the straps up considerably. I have to put the backpack on, then cinch them down tight, then strap or click the sternum strap here, or the buckle, I should say, and cinch that down. It also has the waist belt on as well. You probably can't see that because it's dark out here, but all in all, the bag is completely secure. It's tight. It is exactly where I want it to be. The padding, with this 2.5-inch padding, it's not cutting into my shoulders. Now I am wearing a coat, so that's going to be a little bit of protection, but I have worn this several times without a coat when it was still warm outside, taking Abel to his football games. So, or Elijah to archery. But the big thing is that this is a comfortable, secure bag with good padding on the straps, a lot of ways to cinch it down and secure it to your body. You don't feel a lot of bounce, and you're going to be able to regulate that. Now, if I want to take off this, the waist belt, I actually can. Sorry, vehicle's going by. I can actually take that off. That is removable. The 1.5-inch belt at the waist with the buckle, that is removable. I like keeping that on. But I could also, you know, strap a sleeping bag or a tent onto the bottom of this. You know, this is never a busy area. All of a sudden you take your dog out and now it's busy all the time. But the big thing is that I like this bag. It's very secure. It's very comfortable. You can hold a lot of weight. I actually, that's another thing that I did. It just didn't have a lot of weight to it. I thought I had more weight in the bag than I did. It was probably about 10 pounds total with what I had in the bag, plus the bag itself. So I put 2 5-pound of those little round steel weights in the bag right now to give it a little bit more weight. I wanted to feel how it would, because I've never had it really pushed to the limits. So right now I'd say I've probably got about 20 pounds in the bag right now. And it is, it's secure, it's good to the body, it's right where I want it to be. It feels good on my back too. A lot of backpacks, you know, they dig into your back. They might be comfortable on the straps, but you will feel them against your back. There's a lot of padding there, so just all the way around. It's a secure, comfortable bag, and I like it. So if you guys are looking for a good bag, I don't know, this isn't going to be for everybody because it is a more expensive bag, but if you are looking for a good, dependable, long-term bag that you can use for rugged outdoor extreme situations, the mountain, you know, hiking or camping in the winter, or in rain, you know, muddy areas, whatever, going hunting with your friends, where you're going to be carrying a lot of gear, breaking down rifles and stuff like that. If you're going to be in situations like that and you're looking for a really good bag, it doesn't have to be the Falcon II. Maxpedition has a ton of different options. Check them out. I think you'll be really happy with what they are. They do cost more, but you pay more, you get more. You pay a little less, you get a little less. And I've said it a million times. You buy up to a standard, not down to a price. And Maxpedition is a standard. So thank you, Maxpedition, for sending this to me. Give me a chance to check it out. I enjoy this, and I love Maxpedition gear. It is what it is. But I think anybody would enjoy Maxpedition gear. It's hard not to enjoy something as good as Maxpedition. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you all. And I'll see you on the next video. I'm Chris, your Professional Dad. I wish all of you sharp knives, happy lives, and I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate it. Take care.